Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're making a clafoutis, which generally it's a French dessert. It's sort of pudding-like, sort of cake-like, and the French always make it with cherries. So this is just I'm going to make it with a different fruit today, but we're getting ready for cherry season. So let me explain as I go along. Let us begin. It's very, very simple. So we're going to get our clear bowl here, and we're going to take 2 eggs, and we're going to whip the eggs. You have to have eggs or an egg substitute because that's the main part of the whole clafoutis. It's almost like a frittata, but a sweet one. So you whip your eggs, get those mixed really well. The next thing I'm going to add to my 2 eggs is a half a cup of whole milk. Okay. Mix that in. I'll just throw in my vanilla while I'm at it. Get all the liquids together. It's a teaspoon of vanilla. There you go. So right now you see what we've got. Just milk, eggs, and vanilla. To this we're going to add half of a cup of sugar. I'm sorry. Let me restate that. That's a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'll have the recipe online so you'll get the right measurements. 1/4 cup of sugar. I think a half cup might be too much. And so that once that's all mixed up, then you add your half of a cup of flour, and this is what makes the batter. So I'm going to whip that as well. Now, ahead of time, I took and buttered and sugared a pie plate. So I'm using a pie plate for this. It's not a very big dessert. Of course, you can double it and put it in a 13 by 9, 9 by 13, but you must butter the plate. And the sugar is really important to this recipe. The sugar on the sides of the pan really make a difference. So basically, this is it. It looks like we've got the flour all mixed through. Very simple, very few things are needed. Now, like I said, the traditional clafoutis uses cherries, and in France they don't even pit them. If you pit them, the cherries will bleed. So you just warn your company when they're eating your clafoutis, there are cherries with pits, and that's perfectly fine. But since I'm not using cherries this time, the cool thing about this dessert, see how simple the batter is, pour it into here. The cool thing about this dessert is you can use any fruit you want. So I'm choosing blueberries today, but I have done this with apples. I have done this with peaches. You can do it with plums. Just about any fruit will do, as long as you drain that fruit. So I washed my blueberries hours ago and let them drain. You don't want to put wet blueberries in here, and you certainly don't want a ton of juice from your peaches or your apricots. But now I'm going to take about a cup. I think I have a little bit more than a cup here. Whoop! Caught that one. But I'm going to use them all. There you go. And they're just sort of floating in there. Very, very simple. Now you're going to put it in a 375 degree oven because it cooks up like a pudding, so you need the heat just a little bit higher. We're going to put it in a 375 degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes, and I'll see you when it's done. Hi, I just took this out of the oven. It's beautiful. You can see how it rose on the sides. It's golden brown. I can tell that there's a good texture to it, but I want to just sort of cut a piece as well. I mean, this literally just came out of the oven, so it's going to be a little hot. This is perfect. It's kind of a custard-like. It should be custard-like. Don't bake it too long. I did it on the low end, about 30 minutes. It said 30 to 35 or so. So this looks wonderful. Okay, so you take, it's kind of, you can see the texture right here, sort of pudding-like, sort of delicate. So this is a little bit too hot to eat, but I do want to say that generally when you serve something like this, you can serve like a whipped cream on it. You can put ice cream on it. The traditional clafoutis with cherries always is accompanied by a little bit of powdered sugar on top. So even that is an appropriate finish to this, and you eat it just warm. You know, don't eat it hot, of course, because the fruit will burn you. But this looks absolutely amazing. And then once it cools down just a teeny bit more, I'm going to try it. So give it a chance and try. Use blueberries. You can use strawberries. You can any kind of berry is fine. Cherries with the pits in. Apples, whatever you want. Just make sure the fruit is washed and drained so that you don't put too much more liquid into it. But I think you're going to really enjoy this. What a beautiful meal. Could even serve it for breakfast. So anyway, have fun, and I'll see you on Thursday.